I hope all of you did well on your midterm. I'm probably marking it right now as you're listening to this. Module 3 is a really important one, although if you listen to all of my introductory videos, I probably say that about every single one. The reason that I like Module 3 is because one of the major topics is motivation. Motivation is the foundation of organizational behavior. So as we know from the Mars model, it involves the direction, which is the goal, the intensity with how hard you try, and the persistence, how many times you continue to work towards meeting your goals. So in the motivational chapter, there's a lot of theories that are presented. It's almost like a continuum. There's a lot of research that's been presented where theories build upon each other to each other to each other. The very first one that's presented is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I'm sure you've all heard that before from Introduction to Business 1281. That's the foundation of organizational behavior and the foundation of motivation. The reason that I think that that module or that theory actually works is think of if you were taking a road trip. So let's pretend that you're all in Halifax and you're driving to Cape Breton. And let's pretend that we're driving to Cape Breton and for whatever reason you had a large coffee on your way. And let's say that we're driving somewhere between Truro and New Glasgow, and you're driving and all of a sudden you have to use the bathroom. When you have to use the bathroom, are you concerned about self-actualization? Are you concerned about self-esteem? Are you looking for a tree or a toilet so you can pee? And I think if you're being honest with yourself, you know when you really, really have to badly use the washroom, you don't care about anything other than finding a toilet. So that to me, in very simplistic terms, is proof that Maslow's hierarchy of needs works. Because it's a very basic thing to be able to use the washroom, so when you restrict it from doing so, it makes life very, very challenging. There's a lot of motivational theories presented. Some of the ones I like include Maslow's, the 4-drive theory. I also like the expectancy theory, so it's a correlation between effort, performance, and outcome balances. I also like the equity theory, so what's organizational justice and how hard do people try based on how they perceive they're rewarded for things that they do. The next part it would be chapter 6, which is performance practices. So designing reward systems. So how can you design a reward system to make sure that people are productive, they're motivated, and they want to do good work? So the text presents 5 different ways. You should look at them. 2 of them are really, really good. The rest of them aren't quite so good. So have a look at those. The other thing which I think is really, really important for you to consider is the job characteristics model. So if you are creating a job, if you are creating a position, so just remember we're St. Mary's here, so we're going to be presidents and CEOs of companies. So if you're employing people, how do you design the work that they do? And if you want people to be effective and motivated and happy, the job characteristics model outlines how those jobs should be created. So you should look at that too. Also consider with this module, you have some deliverables to do. The flow is the same as you're getting used to. So you'll have a quiz to do. There's some discussion posts. There's probably a case there. You actually have a written learning journal to do this time. So it's the same idea as your oral one. You're just doing it on paper. Remember, it's no more than 750 words. So I look forward to reading that. I can learn a lot about you. The other thing is next week, you have that group case due. So if you haven't looked at it, you should probably look at the Hickling & Associates case because you need to do it, because I want you to get an A, so you need to think about it and really analyze it to get that mark that you want.